So, I decided to just turn off the music because it's way easier for me. And we have good music. So, I'm just gonna run my own music. And hopefully we won't have any more audio issues. But who knows at this point. Thanks for the hydrate, Bogan. What shall I do? Rain? Rain sounds good. Ah, yes. I have no clue how loud it is, but we're gonna go with it. How are you doing today? You know, I'm planning to put out a schedule tonight if I can, if I get everything ready. Imagine me putting out a stream schedule. I'm doing alright. Hanging out. I slept way too long. It's unlike me, not gonna lie. But yeah, next week we'll go back to my regular schedule of Minecraft, Genshin, Feria. Maybe I'll throw in a little Sea of Thieves, depending on time. We'll see. I really want to make Sea of Thieves one of my regular games to stream. I still have so many games that are still sitting in my Steam library that I need to stream at some point. Yes, we do have the Griffin. Can I turn on... How loud are sound effects actually? Can I... That's music. Let's try turning on the sound effects. Okay, never mind, that's really loud. Sheesh, that scared me. Okay, yeah, no thanks. I tried. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been very busy, obviously. But yeah, I'll have way more time to stream during June, so. Yeah, school mostly. I was doing an internship. I streamed chapter 1 of this game 2 days ago. And it was really fun, so I figured, hey, I don't feel like playing something where I have to pay a lot of attention to my controls, so I didn't want to play parkour. I didn't really feel like playing Minecraft in general. I was like, I kind of want to play something chill, so I could just play Hidden Lands again. But I'm so sick of having audio issues. You know what? I'll just turn the audio off completely. I'll use my own audio, and then we'll see. So here we are. Last time I was live for over 4 hours though. I don't know if we'll do that today, but we'll see. Oh, it's the big tree, obviously. And I'm still getting used to OBS as well, so, I mean... It's still gonna be a little bit dicey, but hey. I think I figured out how to put a noise gate on my mic. So that's progress. I mean, yeah. This is my third time using OBS, and the first time was like test stream. So, I mean, I still need to make way more scenes, and some things are still like sort of not working. I don't know, maybe I expect too much out of my little laptop, but... What do you think of the background music, by the way? Do I need to make it louder? Because like, ever since I had the audio stuff last time, I now have no clue. Something messes up every time you use OBS. Oh no. Sounds right. Cool. We got something to work. I'm happy. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a journey. But for me it was either move or stop streaming. So... And I thought about it, right? Because I knew moving would be very stressful, and in general streaming for me is very fun, but it's also very stressful. So I was like, what should I do? I was like, okay fine, let's just give it a shot. Alert's not working. I streamed 2 days ago, then they were working for me. I mean, today we haven't had any alerts yet. Because I don't have one for Hydrate. But... we'll see if we get some, if they work. I don't see why they wouldn't, so... I think they should. I also figured out this game, I mean if you were in the Discord you have seen it, but this game actually doesn't just go to level 100 for the Endless, it goes to 500 I think. So we got a lot more work to do before we're done. So after we're done with the chapter today, depending on how much time I have, I might go and do some more Endless. I mean, me too, but at the same time it stresses me out. How much, like there's so many settings, half of them I don't even know what they do. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm still learning. It's only been, how long has it been? A week? 5 days? 6, 7? Yeah, a week now. Since I heard that I had to move and to where we are now. So I guess I can't complain. But I still have so much to learn. Yeah, I think it's been a week now. And I have 5 more days before I can no longer use Studio. A week of what? A week since I heard I had to move. Or basically a week since I started working on using OBS. I can probably see when I downloaded it actually. Wait, 1 second, I'm gonna check. Yeah, it's been 8 days. And I downloaded it 8 days ago, and then I didn't touch it for the first day. So yeah, it's been a week. I mean, I think for a week we did pretty well. I mean, it's running, right? I'm so grateful for all the support that my friends have given me as well. I think if you're a new streamer, sometimes you underestimate how much it matters to have streaming support, like friends that also stream. Or regulars on your channel that are willing to help out whenever you need to test something. Like, it makes such a difference. Oh, that may be true. Then they were actually working but just not visible. Oh, well, I mean, it would be worth checking out if you did hear the sound. Water well. Land of Emperors. I wonder if we can get through this one faster than the Egyptian one. Because we have had more practice, you know? Oh, really? Sounds fun. I just picked up my personal SMP again today. Like, refreshed the Twitter, set up new voting, new events, stuff like that. Because I've been gone, right? Need to still train my new mod as well. I got a lot of plans for the vlog. But that's usually my general way of doing things. Too many plans, not enough time. I would love to do more collabs with other streamers. It's just that most streamers don't play the same games I do. And if they do, they're in like different time zones and stuff. I don't know, maybe I should reach out more on social media, but I'm quite shy. I also don't like raiding very big streamers or be like, hey, wanna collab with me? Just after you meet someone is kinda strange, right? But yeah, I'd love to do more Minecraft collabs in general. I hope to do some more collabs with Axel. It's just that he streams on wildly different times than me. But it would be fun. We should start a project together on the vlog, honestly. Yeah, that probably wouldn't help time zone wise. I mean, I have streamed late before to do collabs with other people because they weren't as flexible as me. But it's not something I want to make a habit of because I also need a sleep schedule, you know? And I really want to plan something special for my birthday as well. It'll be really fun. If I have time, I'll do a subathon. Because I've been talking about that for a long time and I've wanted to do that for a long time. So if I have time, I'll do that. I'll have to set it up, but... It would be fun. There's so many things people have asked me to do that I've just not had time for or not the will to do. So... I could make those sub-goals. It would be fun. I don't know. We'll see where life takes us, right? You know, I still wonder if I ever had the chance to make streaming my job, or at least part of my job, you know? If I were to take that chance. Have you ever thought about that, Bogan? I know you stream. I feel like most streamers have thought about it. I mean, yeah, it would be, but it would also be very stressful, high risk, takes a lot of time, impacts your social life. Because it's not just the streaming, right? There's so much off-stream that we do as streamers, and it's only gonna be more if you're a professional. Working on really weird hours as well. Like the times you're gonna draw most viewers is evenings, weekends, when other people are usually out. I guess it depends on how much you make. If you make enough that you can like have normal working hours and normal work-life balance. Because in the end we do this because it's fun, right? It's fun. That's why we do it. But suddenly then you have to perform. I don't know. I always think I would want it. But I think even with like thinking about it really well, you still underestimate the whole thing. I don't think you can know what it's like until you're really there. I mean, we've seen it happen on social media, right? Streamers that suddenly became popular and did not know what to do. It would probably also bother me a lot if I couldn't keep up with chat anymore. Because like, chat is what makes streaming fun for me. If I didn't like it, I would go and make YouTube videos. Probably way less stressful. Not gonna lie. So to not be able to keep up with it would be weird. Meanwhile, I've already gone through quite a few levels. We need one more difference. What I am doing though is I'm way more active on YouTube now. Though I still don't know how to edit, so I just like upload my clips and my thoughts from Twitch to YouTube. It's nice because I know that I can save them that way as well. Making more and good back into content. Yeah, I think separation is very important. I think it's easier if you're a faceless streamer. Because if you are a webcam streamer and you suddenly become very popular, then that impacts your real life too. Whereas if nobody knows who you are, it's probably easier to deal with. Huh. If you blow up, you're screwed. Oh no. I mean, I've been quite careful, but truth is, these days online is you're always gonna leave a trail, no matter how small. You almost have to be like a secret agent with government funding backing you in order to be completely invisible, right? If someone is persistent enough, it's actually quite a scary thought, not gonna lie. Where is this little difference that I'm missing? It's just linked to your Facebook, then your entire life is publicly available. Whoopsies. I don't have much personal social media. I mainly use my Discord as my personal social media. But I don't publicly post anything from my actual life except for Myst. But honestly, like, I think it's a delusion to think that you can be completely anonymous online. Where is this little difference at? Usually if I can't find it, it's near another one. Oops, too far. 3 years ago, so anything new? Yeah, family, friends. If they follow you on Facebook, people can probably already know. Hey Nim, are we winning? We were doing well, and now I'm kind of stuck. But I think the noise gate on my mic is working, so that's winning. And we have background music, I think, as far as I know. So that's also winning. So, yes, let's say we're winning. But I've been stuck on this level for a while. There you go. Oh, it's the tail, right? Yes. Ha. That one was difficult. How are you doing today then, Nim? Chilling? It's Saturday, so... Ah yes, truffle. I'm doing good. I slept way too long. Kabuki Theater Shrine. Okay. Weather... I mean, could be better. But it's not terrible. I'm traveling tomorrow and I'll come back Monday. But I'll try to put out, I was gonna try to put out a schedule tonight. But it depends on some things that I don't know yet when they're gonna happen next week. So we'll have to see. And I need to remember to do groceries. Because I need to eat. To stay alive. True. Food is very important. Yes, food is important. Dungeon Meshi. Haven't heard of it. I live alone, so I have to go get my own food. Then I have to cook my own food. But then I can eat all of my food. So, you know. Thank you for the cookie. I actually already had a cookie today. Yeah, there's pros and cons to living alone, huh? You have to do everything yourself, but then you can also do whatever you want. There's actually an achievement for visiting your collection 25 times. So I'm gonna have to do that at some point. What now? I mean, we're gonna finish today. We're gonna try and finish the Asia chapter. So that's what we're doing right now. And then hopefully do some more Endless if we have time. I don't know if I'll get to 500, but we'll see. It really depends on the time. There's also an achievement for 200 or 250. Forgot. First, indeed. Curried egg with caramelized onion and bread. Oh, sounds fancy. I hope it was good. Do you see it? I don't even know if it's visible on stream, but there's another tiny tree there. It's barely visible as from here. There. I didn't know you were hungry and you made it. That's a good reason, right? It's funny how I can change the volume of how loud the music is on my laptop from my phone. Very helpful though. In the white levels it's sometimes hard to see what you've already clicked on. Right now, yes. Sometimes I can also use other things. But if you're interested in music, you can find the credits in my about page. I put all of them there, yes. I got this already, yes, okay. Well, I wonder if it's obvious and I'm just overlooking it. Oh, got it. We're making very good progress today, quite quickly. I just wanted to spend points to say this. Well, I don't know about the perfect part, but if you want to have a poll, we can have a poll. What shall we have a poll about? Manage pool. There we go. New pool. Create a new pool. I don't know. What should we have a poll about? This works. Let's do this. Welcome back. Do. There, we have a poll now. I didn't know what to make a poll about, so I made a poll about this. I hope that makes you happy. How many more? We need 2 more differences in this level. Something funny. The poll suggestion. Poll suggestion is fine. You said you didn't care, so I made one. A random poll. The poll is even. Well, you can't get me anymore with the tail game. That was embarrassing. I will always check for tails now. Can I vote for my own poll? Actually. Aha! Now it's uneven again. Hey Glavo! Yes, I voted for myself for a random thing because you challenged me at my own game. I think you mean subjectively, Wogan. Oh, this one is very nice actually. Boro. Alright, Nim. Good luck traveling. Well, I like both my PNGs. I make this one myself, and I also have... The human one was a gift, and I like using both. Depending on what I feel like. Ah, Griffin won, I see. Should I make a redeem for change PNG? Then I should actually make one more, you know, have 3. Would be fun. I mean, I'm quite happy with where we stand with commands and redeems right now, which is good. Will take time though for me to make one more. I don't know about the comments for the chat, if I should add more. Alright, let's see. I mean, I have to draw quite a lot coming couple weeks, so it might be a fun challenge. I also need to make another emote. And overlays and all that. I'll get there. Vinny. Yes, got it. How is your day been so far, Glavo? Enjoying the weekend? Zoom in a little. Flower. I mean, you're allowed, I guess. I don't really know what to do with compliments, not gonna lie. I'm not very good with it. I mean, I guess most people aren't. I once one of my friends that was streaming really didn't like compliments, and I was like, you should make a redeem where people are allowed to compliment you and you have to accept it. I don't think that redeem ever came into existence, but it was pretty funny. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you find it relaxing. Maybe you'll fall asleep too, just like all the other people that came into my DMs and were like, hey, I'm sorry, I fell asleep during your stream. And I was like, it's fine, it happens. Especially my Genshin streams. I want to start up doing Genshin again. I have to update it though. That's why I didn't play it today. I was like, I could stream Genshin, but then I have to wait an hour or something before it's updated. Do I want to wait an hour? Actually, no. I won't have any more time, so... Next week, right? Next week we'll stream some Genshin. If I can get it to work, obviously. You do? Well, as long as you stay safe, okay? Don't like fall off your chair and hurt yourself. That would be a problem. I guess unless you decide to just like turn on my streams and then hop in bed. Maybe I should have made that an option. Like I made a tweet the other day about why people watch my streams. I don't remember. Did I make it an option to fall asleep? I don't think so. I thought about it and then I was like, nah, that's not. I should hope that's a joke. I do not condone that. That is very dangerous. I can check actually. Where's my tweet? I don't think anyone responded to it, which was kind of sad. I put time into it, but it's to be expected. It's very small. Channel. Is it called a channel? Profile? What is a Twitter thingy called? Hi Kia! How are you doing? I'm gonna check. Guess it's profile? Oh, I did put it in. I did put the sleep thing in the tweet. Ha. I'm gonna repost it again, see if people respond this time. Probably not. I'm doing alright. I don't know about the rest of the people's in chat. Well, I do know some of them, but... I finally am gonna have way more time to stream, like in June. So that should be interesting. I have so many games still, like, on the shelf that I've never touched because I want to play them on stream, like do a full playthrough. And I just didn't have the time. He is doing that, indeed, yes. Have you been streaming at all, Kyo? I'm sorry I haven't been around, but like I had internship and I wasn't home for 12 hours a day, so yeah. I don't know, I got Figment and Insight and there's one more. They're all like sort of story-driven puzzle games, if I'm correct. And I want to do a full playthrough of Sable as well. I did one stream on Sable. I don't know, like a year ago? And there was no one. I streamed for 3 hours, no one showed up. And I had technical issues as well. So it wasn't a very fun stream, but the game was really good. So I was actually kind of sad that I didn't have anyone. And I was like, well, maybe I should just leave it on the shelf for now. And if I have a lot of time, just plan a week where I play through the whole game because it's quite long. Just start every day so people can actually follow along. Because it's a story-driven game, so it's really interesting. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it happens. I think I have one clip from it as well. I clipped one thing, I was like, I'm gonna remember this happened. Having a schedule's important. Yeah, I guess so. Me having a schedule though. I mean, I'll try. I'll try. Like I said, I'll try to put out a schedule tonight for next week. But I don't even know if I can. Depending on if I have everything planned that I need to plan. What about you? Busy with working or school? How's your Japanese going? Ah, yes. I mean, if you're gonna give a dog a bath and you don't get wet, then you're probably not doing it right, not gonna lie. Just being online makes you feel better, even when there's no one around. Nice. I mean, streaming in general should be fun, right? If it's not fun, you shouldn't do it. But it's sometimes hard to admit to yourself that you're not having fun. I know I struggle with it, like where I'm like, oh, I should be live, I should be streaming, I haven't streamed in a week, but I just don't feel like it. And then I try to push myself and then it never happens and then I don't have a good time. And if I'm not enjoying myself, then there's really low energy as well, and like people in chat aren't going to be enjoying themselves, so it's just miserable for all of us. Honestly. Oh, nice, Clavo. Work is shitty. Trying to get your butt in your appointment next year. I do wish you luck. If you're there, send me pictures though. Okay? And now I want to try streaming Valorant because people have asked me to collab with them on Val. So I don't know how OBS will hold with Valorant. But I think it's worth a try. So, you know. If you want to collab, let me know. Are you going like one way, or is it just to basically, well, holiday slash immersing yourself in the culture? It should hold quite well. I hope so. I mean, the only way to find out is to try it. Ah, so it is a one-way trip. Exciting. Genshin follow. Oh yes, isn't the problem. Okay. I mean, for me, because I run two screens, sometimes, especially on Valorant, it gets kind of confused as to which screen I'm focused on. I had this issue with Sea of Thieves too, but since the latest updates, not anymore, which is great. Knock on wood, I guess. But like, I've had this issue on Val where it would allocate all the resources to my streaming software, which at that point was Studio, which is on my second monitor. Because it thought I was focused on that while I was playing Val, which would then start stuttering. And I know it's not a Studio problem, because it was only Valorant. So, yeah. I mean, if it's fine, then it's fine. Like, for Sea of Thieves it was pretty funny, because I was streaming Sea of Thieves to the Discord, right, in a VC. And it kept pausing, because it kept thinking, Discord kept thinking I was tabbing out. Well, I wasn't. I was just playing the game. So I don't know why some games do that and other games don't. But it's really interesting. Just thinks I'm focused on something else. Full screen. So yeah, I don't know. Yes, it is registered as second monitor. That should all be correct. We got one more difference, and I can't find it. I mean, right now I'm using window capture. Yeah, I mean, Sea of Thieves has always been buggy. Like, even if you go back on the forums, right? It's always been buggy. It's been buggy for so long that it's almost part of the experience now. Like the black screens and the crashes and stuff. It's funny. But it was an interesting bug. I mean, it wasn't super important, because I don't stream Sea of Thieves through Discord regularly. It was just something I noticed that time. Well, and the people watching noticed. Meanwhile, we're moving along through the land of emperors. But yeah, full playthrough of Sable could also be fun. If I do a subathon during my birthday, I need games. So, let's see how far we get. And we need to do 100% run of Spirit of the North, which I deliberately waited long with, because I wanted people that have never seen the game to see it as if I streamed it for the first time, which obviously it will be the second time, but the game is so good that I thought it deserved that wait, you know? So I'm really looking forward to that. Started for life and then never finished. Yeah, I want to avoid that, not gonna lie. I want to finish, and I'm actually uploading stuff to YouTube now too, which is a really nice motivation, because I put them in playlists, right, defaults. I put them in playlists for that specific game. And then you can put like full playthrough and stuff in the title, which is, it's so satisfying, you know? Ow. Note to self, don't accidentally hit yourself on the desk. I mean, nobody watches my VODs, but that's not the point why I save them on YouTube. Like, even my channel description says the aim is not to create content. Which is still true. It's just like a sort of record of what I do on Twitch. You could try another game. I don't know what you usually stream, Bogan. Is it Minecraft? Because of the SMP? One stream and then never stream again. Oh no. Yeah, for me it's just a record keeping. It's a the shorts that I upload are my clips that I turn into shorts. Those are a little bit for engagement, but mostly it's just for record keeping. Because you can also keep a lot on Twitch, right? But it's just so much easier to find it and categorize it on YouTube. Yeah, exactly, Gafo. I mean, if there are really special streams like events or birthday streams, stuff like that. Then I'll also make highlights on Twitch, for sure. I got the achievement for encountering a timed level, and I didn't even realize it was a timed level. Land of the Emperor is 50%. How long have we been live? An hour. Okay, we're making good time. We're making good time. Emperor's Castle. Oh, that's big. Okay, let's go. 6 levels. So many items in this small level. If you go to my about page, if you're watching the stream, which you are, you can just scroll down, and then there's a banner with music. And right now, this is Stream Beats. Hey Jera! I'm sorry, I think someone stole the first already. And yes, I am still small. For a Dutch person. Not anywhere in the world, just for a Dutch person, you know? How are you doing? How was your stream yesterday? I dropped by just like couple minutes, but I had guests over, so couldn't stay, but yeah, Glavo, that's what I was saying. Like, for a Dutch person, I'm small, but in France, for example, I'd be average. Hey, Sino. Nice, I'm happy you had fun. Hi, check. Good size for being Dutch. I mean, average Dutch height is a lot. You'd be surprised. Oh, there is? I wasn't aware. Guess I'll have to get those tonight. And I even thought about streaming Valorant. Imagine the engagement. Yeah, I don't care about that, not gonna lie. Farming simulator? Which one? Not for long, as in the drops aren't around for long? Or the height thing? I'm lost, there's too much going on. Younger generations tend to be taller. True. The more healthy the generation, the taller they seem to be. Though in America, wasn't the average size shrinking? Please don't, like, okay, listen, don't hurt yourself, ever. Just saying. All those cosmetic surgery things to change shape and height of people, I don't know. for me. Oops, 17th, a little too far. They're getting smaller but larger. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's necessarily their fault either. Because it's just the way that food is marketed there. It's so hard to get healthy stuff. I mean, I know someone who went to America on holiday and apparently it's difficult. 'll live on credit, fast food is cheaper, yeah. It's hard there. The society, yeah, for sure. It's almost dystopian, some things you read about America. And to them it's normal. Makes me wonder how much humans will actually accept before they realize something is going on. Yeah, but even then, it's really hard to find like whole grains and stuff. And if you look at the stuff that they do have in the shops, it's usually all additives and stuff. Oh, I think this one is bugged. I don't want to look at it. Let's go to the other side. This game is free, by the way, on Steam, if you want it. Just saying. But yeah, the amount of items that have sugar in them. There's like ham there that has sugar in it. And there was the whole thing about Lunchables. I don't know if it's true, but I saw a YouTube video about it because I was interested. And apparently those are like easy to eat sandwich packages or something that they were first marketed to the average American, and then they realized they were really unhealthy, so people stopped buying them, and then now they're a go-to thing in schools. I don't know, it's so strange. Helps for conservation and it's addictive, right? You're sick? Oh no. That's not good. Let's hope it passes soon. Oh look, is it a bot? Who knows? Yes it is. Buy viewers, no thanks. Go away please. If you would be so kind. Dew dee dew dew dew. Oh no, again. I've actually been getting a lot of Twitter DMs from accounts that have been created like a couple days ago, have like 6 posts, and they're DMing you like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, I don't know you. No thank you, goodbye. Type 2. Esther make his own food from scratch. I mean, yeah, it's genuinely a thing. That all the foods in the supermarkets, there's over half of it is unhealthy. And oftentimes it's also not that clear which are unhealthy and which are healthy. Like we all know candy, chips, chocolate, stuff like that is unhealthy, right? We all know that. But then, for example, certain types of milk or drinks, then you think, oh, that's pretty healthy, right? And then you actually look at the packaging. Like another one, cereal, right? I mean, I think it's now more common knowledge, but cereal, sheesh. We have a brand here in the Netherlands, it's Krusli. And I used to eat that a lot when I was still living at home during like my high school days. And my mom used to eat it a lot and we would all get sick, like nauseous, somewhere during the day. And then we didn't know why. So we just kind of blamed it on, you know, the weather and stuff like that. And then at some point I was bored. I think it was during a weekend. I was bored. And I looked at the box. Turns out Krusli is 25% sugar. That specific box that I had. That's a lot. That means that 1/4 of that box was just sugar. And I showed my mom. I was like, that's a lot of sugar. She was like, that is a lot of sugar. And then we started buying a different brand. And we didn't get sick anymore. We were just getting sick from eating that much sugar for breakfast each day. Whoopsies. Fruit drinks that look like juice. Yes, those two can have so much sugar and like additives. Your stomach goes down better. I mean, yeah. Listen, okay. It happens. But honey too, we had like last year, year and a half ago, the scandal with all the fake honey coming from Asia. Got it. You saw it before me, didn't you, Glavo? You knew. Oh really, you do? Oh, that's so cool. It's even glitched on the sprite. Something I always wondered when producing honey, how do you keep your bees? Because I'm assuming you have bees then. How do you keep your bees from going to places that they shouldn't go? Like, I remember, I don't know which country it was, but there was this time where bees started producing blue honey. And it was this whole investigation, and then it turned out there was like a candy factory nearby, and the bees had been eating the candy waste, which had blue food coloring, so the honey that they were producing was blue. Because I assume that if you have bees, you don't know where they're going, right? So you don't really know where they're getting their sugars. Fresh honey is the best. Honey tree. I mean, I usually use acacia actually, and not honey. Acacia, what's it called in English? Syrup, I guess. Every part of a beehive is edible, even the bees. Nice. Glucose syrup. Yeah, it's cut. You're right. But I use acacia syrup, which is I just prefer the taste. And the bees are having it hard enough without like competition from honeybees. Kind of don't. You can place a hive on certain spots because you do know range of harvesting. But if they decide to leave and find a new home, they do. Yeah, okay. Because I was thinking about how they warned about like those stuff in eggs. Like the people that have chickens in their backyard. There was this period that they weren't allowed to eat their eggs because the chickens have been contaminated somehow with like rain. I don't know, it was complicated, but I would have the same concerns about bees. Yeah, okay. So it's really just arrange and hope. Fair enough. Egg, that was loud, sorry. Listen, I'm sorry, okay? I apologize. I mean, some people that get bees think they are actually helping bees, but it's not like that. It's not that easy. Because honeybees are actually outcompeting our native pollinators. And honeybees aren't really that great of a pollinator either. Missed you. Got it. You should do it again, no. No, I shouldn't. I mean, yeah, pesticides are the main problem for bees. Did you know some species of tree or plant have a specific bee species that has evolved alongside them? So there's one for apple trees as well. But they're getting increasingly rare, of course. Climate, yeah. It's because you're eating them. Well, stop eating the native bees then. Poor bees. Asian hornets, yes, true. But those are more a threat to colonies, not like individually living bees. And most bee species are actually individual species and not colonies. Like, I know honeybees are colonies, and that's why most people know bees as a hive species that live together in big groups. But a lot of bee species actually are solitary. Yeah, concurrency. Concurrence? Competition in English. Your main concern moving to Japan is Asian hornets. I do remember when I was in high school, I think still, and I was horse riding, and an Asian hornet had been spotted somewhere nearby, and all the people who had horses, they got together and like put out a warning, because apparently they can be aggressive towards horses and even kill them if they get stung enough. Which to me was very scary. And your fees, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Kinda crunchy. You've eaten bees before? I mean, if you know me, you know I'm not necessarily against eating insects. A lot of the people on this planet eat insects. It's a great source of protein. I mean, there's the ethical concerns about like animal welfare and having to, you know, dispatch of more animals for the same amount of protein. But then again, they live in better conditions. So, I mean, we had a debate about that at school. But it is really a really good food source. Yeah, if you get like, I think for some smaller horses, it's like 5 stings on the worst, on like bad spots, and they can get really sick or even die. Insects taste your chicken. I mean, the grasshoppers kind of tastes like peanuts, which I always thought was a great idea for people who have a peanut allergy. To just put that in chocolate, you know? And then they can have chocolate with peanuts, but it's not real peanuts, but it tastes like peanuts. It's not that bad, Lavo. I mean, you're vegetarian, so I guess it guess it counts. You don't eat animals at all. If I get like my own place later, which is hopefully the idea, at some point I graduate, you know, get a job and actually make something of my life, that would be great. then I really want a vegetable garden. I love gardening and I've always loved growing my own fruits and vegetables, but right now it's just not really possible because I don't have an outdoor area, so I'm like stuck with my windowsill, which isn't the best place for plants to grow. They don't really like it there. I mean, it's not vegan. Okay, never mind. But growing your own plants is so rewarding. And they usually taste better than store-bought too. Especially the tomatoes. Like when I was growing tomatoes, we went on holiday, we came back, my tomatoes were like 150 centimeters tall, but there were so many, and I've never had better tomatoes than those. Like they were so full of flavor, whereas the tomatoes I know from supermarkets are so watery, like don't taste like anything. But if you grow them yourself, they're just so full of flavor and amazing. Like, it's so good. They're so sweet. The way I say penis? You hate being outside because of insects. Okay. I mean, fair. Get a greenhouse, maybe. Eating a grasshopper by accident. How does that happen? Were you biking or something? Sheesh. I mean, Kia, will you pay me for it? Because that's gonna be an expensive trip if I have to go to Japan to just garden for you. But yeah, and I mean your own garden, that is just life goals, honestly. I mean, that's not completely true though, Sino. I'm sure there's some people who call themselves vegans who don't, but in general, it's insects are animals, right? Bee suit to go into the garden. I mean, you could. If that helps with your phobia, then I mean, why not, right? Free stay over and food. Just get the ticket. I mean, that's tempting, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's true. How much does it cost, actually? Because I would assume you have to fly there. Because it's that far away. I don't think that counts as accidental anymore, Bogan, but hey, you do you. Hotels and stuff is also, the rest is cheap. Depends on the hotel. True. For our currency, yeah, but that's the thing. If you move to Japan and you're going to work there. Something I also said to my parents, because my parents were like, oh, they went to Portugal for a holiday. We're like, oh, it's so cheap there. And I was like, yeah, it's cheap for us, but if you work there, then you also have a lower salary in comparison. So then there's not much difference, you know? Yeah, okay, you mean like for pesticides and stuff. I thought you meant like figs that have to like destroy a wasp in order to become a fruit. But yeah, if you think about it that way, but then you can't eat anything anymore because the only thing you can do is grow your own food. Because every farmer on this planet at this point is a mass murderer of insects and other small animals. I mean, you have a point for sure. Oh, don't eat figs because it disgusts you. Yeah, but then you could also not buy flowers, stuff like that. They actually use way more chemicals still than food products. I did research on that once. It was shocking. There's this one video on YouTube. Don't remember what it was called anymore. I think it's something like Dear 2040, we're sorry, or something. It's really good. It's animated. It's very short. From a creator who made like an animation on the song. About how we're sorry to future generations. About like basically destroying the planet. Everything has impact somehow, true. If you want to pay attention to everything, then you can't live anymore. Basically. And to live a wholesome life, just getting food from my water from mountains. I mean, that sounds amazing, Kyo, but you should have a plan B, man. Because let's be honest, a lot of people want that. And not many people get there. I mean, I believe in you, but... You're smart guy. Yes, we're working for it. I mean, if you like protein, then you have to learn how to slaughter your own animals. It's something that we talked about before in school as well. That people who aren't able to slaughter an animal morally should probably also be vegetarian if they want to not be a hypocrite. But that's all ethics, so not everybody likes to think about ethics. I mean, in a way, I think it's also... I wouldn't say beautiful, but... I don't know what the word is for it. But then you know where it comes from, what life they've had, you know. You're in full control of that. And you can fill it in as to your own personal opinion and worldview, I guess. Whereas now we have very little control about how our food is raised and where it comes from. So even if you want to do good, it's impossible to do so without just abstaining completely. And let's be honest, people don't want to do that. So then you have to accept to a certain degree that your life is just kind of like that. Yeah, basically. Being vegetarian is really nice, I can imagine. I'm a flexitarian, so I eat very little meat. When is the last time I had meat? How much? This week I had fish once and meat once. There's also vegetarian, I think. But I've also had weeks where I just completely eat vegetarian. Fish, but rarely. I mean, it's fair. I'm not saying everyone should be completely vegetarian, right? But it would already help the world a lot if we all ate a little bit less meat. Apart from not having children, not going vegetarian is the best thing you can do for the environment. Did you know that? I'm gonna go find another album. This one is a little bit bouncy. Oh. Each their own, yeah. I mean, in general, being alive is an hypocrisy on its own. And we didn't even choose to be alive, so... Because most of the things we do or think are determined by subjective morals that we made up as a society. Mm. I mean, Bogan, the main mistake people that are going to go vegetarian make is trying to either replace or cut out meat, which is not what you should be doing. You should be cooking vegetarian meals, not normal or meals that you used to eat with meat and then cutting out the meat, because then you're going to lack on nutrients in some cases. You need to cook vegetarian meals, so you actually need to do research into which vegetarian meals there are, and there are hundreds of them. But we're so accustomed to having meat that often that what a lot of people are going to do, they're like, I want to go vegetarian. So then they make their usual food, but cut out the meat. And then it's a very disappointing experience for them. But that's not how you do it, right? Yeah, I mean, there's cultures, actually most cultures on this planet eat mostly vegetarian food. So there's hundreds of options. You just gotta go out and find them. It's actually really fun to experiment. Oh, okay, Glavo. Glavo has to scold her doggo. Like, for example, I really like risotto and stuff, which traditionally is vegetarian. There's a lot of vegetarian meals that are really good. People are just not familiar with them. Oh, for me it really depends on my mood and the time of year as well. I have so many things that I like. Oh, really? I mean, I used to work in a Chinese restaurant, well, one of the Dutchified ones, for 3 years. So I know a lot about that food. But honestly, I can really recommend it. If you are serious about trying to go veggie, just do your research first. Like, avoid becoming bored, because there's no need. It's funny, I'm almost completely dairy free apart from cheese. And that's out of both animal welfare and health ideas, basically. And once I was at my parents' place and my mom was out of her dairy, so she decided just to finish mine, which was a non-dairy. Like, I don't remember, I think it was soy yogurt. And I usually have rice for milk. And she felt better. So now she's also dairy free because she has more energy and she feels less sick. And we were talking the other day, we were saying like, we don't even like the taste anymore. You don't get a choice because lactose. I mean, they're working on getting really nice cheese replacements though. It's coming. I mean, after I went almost no dairy, apart from cheese then, I actually did research on it, and it's actually surprising to me how unhealthy milk really is for people. Because I was always brought up with this idea that it was very good for you. But it's mostly sugars and fats with hormones. Like, basically, if I were to list out all the ingredients that are in milk, and I put that on an ingredient list instead of just ingredients milk, you know? People wouldn't buy it. There was also a really interesting paper done in teenage boys that were drinking 1 glass of milk a day or more. And it turns out they had more growth of breast tissue during puberty. And it was a significant difference. Purely milky can't no more. No, I just don't like the taste anymore. You worked in a Chinese restaurant for 30 minutes. What happened? Did you get fired? Wait. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's technically a mutation. It's also kind of strange, right? Because when you think about it, what's milk supposed to do? It's supposed to make a baby, no matter which baby, any mammal, really big, really quickly. So it's full of nutrients and fats and sugars and, you know, to get a baby animal, human, I mean humans are technically also animals, to grow really quickly. And of course we're gonna like that because we're naturally hardwired to seek out fats and sugars. That's also why it's so addictive. So of course it's gonna work. Of course people are gonna like it. It makes sense. Like, it biologically makes sense. I mean, there's a reason I went into medical science. It's just so interesting to me. Really? From all of them? Have you tried? Because there's like 6 different ones. There's almond, cashew, soy, lentils, rice, oats. I like oats too. Oat milk is good. Is that it? I think there's also peanut milk now. But I've never tried that one. It does not sound good to me. More lactose intolerant. I mean, I think as people will gravitate more towards non-dairy, we will see a rise in lactose intolerance. Because if you are dairy-free for long enough, then you'll become lactose intolerant often. Because it's just more natural for our bodies to be lactose intolerant. I mean, it was a mutation to allow those bacteria to survive in our guts. Why don't you drink oats anymore? Found something better? Hazelnuts. Are you allergic to hazelnuts, Clavo? Or is it just a milk? I was apparently allergic to ginger and I didn't know for the longest time. Well, apparently it's not so supposed to hurt when you drink ginger tea. Who knew? I mean, that's the thing. I was talking to a friend about it yesterday, that humans often know quite well what's good for them. At least if they've done the research, they know, but they just don't care. People don't care. You can tell them you have to go out and run for 30 minutes a day, or like at least exercise, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I know. That will make me feel better, give me more like, it will give me more stamina, will make me sleep better, be less sick, live longer. They know. They still don't go. I'm also like sort of guilty of that though. Like, I know I should probably exercise more, though I do exercise, but I should probably exercise even more. But I just don't go. Fasting? No, not necessarily. I've thought about it, but all the papers I've read on it actually say that there's more health damage done by fasting than there's pros to it. Especially in people that already are prone to heart disease, there's a counterindication for fasting. People who are only eating one meal a day or were fasting multiple days as part of a diet had a significant increase in risk of heart problems, including heart attacks. And since I already have higher risk of heart disease, I was like, well, you know, maybe I'll leave that one. I need to do a lot more healthy things. But yeah, that's what we all say, but we never do it. We all know. We all know we could probably live longer and do better. We all know. Let's be honest. We just don't do it. Because it's hard. And I think it's fine, we just need to accept it and not lie to ourselves about it. I think it's more toxic that when you tell yourself, I'm doing really well, and then you're actually not, than telling yourself, hey, I'm doing my best, it could be better, but I'm trying. I feel like that's less toxic than saying to yourself, I'm doing great, I'm going out exercising so much, and then you go out like once every 2 weeks. You know? Just don't snack after dinner, might eat later next day. Yeah, I don't know, there should be more research on it. Maybe I'll actually read up on it more, the whole fasting thing. It's interesting to me because a lot of people jumped on it when it became sort of a rage without proper research. You'll tell them and they'll say, yeah, I read online somewhere on, I don't know, some social media that it will help you improve your stamina. I don't know, I'm just saying something. And then they don't actually have the data to back it up. So. You go in phases of actually doing it and trying your best not to progress and of it, yeah. I mean, you can't always be 100%. Our bodies also need rest and our minds need rest, our brains. Like, if you always try to be 100%, then you're always gonna feel like you're failing. How did I say that again a couple days ago? I said something similar. I said, every time I hit a new high, that becomes a new standard. And then when I dip below that standard, I feel like I'm failing, so I get demotivated to try and improve. Whereas it's way more healthy to actually admit to yourself, hey, you know, I have good days and I have bad days. And that's normal. I don't always have to hit my best effort. You just have to do your best for that day, and maybe your best for that day is going for a walk instead of a run. But then, you know, that's your best for that day and it's great. Everything in moderation, yeah. I mean, for me as a vet, the whole fasting thing is even more interesting because there are huge differences between mammals. Did you know that? Like, for example, dogs can go without food quite long. We get calls from owners that are like, my dog hasn't eaten for 2 days. He doesn't seem sick. There's a problem. And then, I mean, it's obviously strange if it's never happened before, but technically, it's not necessarily a health issue if a dog doesn't eat for 2 days. However, if a cat doesn't eat, then that is a problem. Same with rabbits, for example. Rabbits are actually, they need to eat so badly that even if you do surgery on a rabbit, then they don't have to be sober. Like normally before surgery, even in humans, you can't eat, right? Because there's a risk of throwing up under anesthesia and then inhalating it and then, you know, pneumonia. Yay. But for rabbits, it's actually more dangerous to have them fast than to do the surgery and just basically try to make sure they don't throw up. I mean, rabbits might be a bad example because they can't really throw up, but it's the principle, okay? It's about the principle. My point is there's a huge difference between species. So if we do research on rats or dogs or cats and we extrapolate that to humans, we might be very wrong. So yeah. Another animal that can't throw up is a horse. But birds can. Feeling good aside from anything is very important to health. Is feeling content. I mean, I do think there's we might have a problem with too much oh, placebo, yeah. We might have a problem a little bit these days with too much hyper focus on feeling good and okay. I read a book and one of the passages was like, when your great-great-grandfather had a bad day, he was like, well, I sure feel bad today. That is unfortunate. Well, back to shoveling hay. I was like, yeah, actually I guess we maybe focus too much on our bad days. But hey. Life is complicated. Just live it the way you want, I guess. It's your life, after all. Ah, I saw this funny tweet the other day. It was some person that said, what did he say again? He said, have you ever thought about how weird it is that we can just do everything? We can, I don't know, he gave a couple examples, but it ended with, we can just go outside and eat dirt, basically. And the universe won't even give us a pop-up saying, are you sure? Like, in the end, you're in charge of your own life. You can do whatever you want. I mean, and whether or not it's a good idea, that's the second thing, right? If you, overanalyze, I mean, stress is not good for anyone. Are you stressed? I'm not stressed. I'm chilling. I'm doing a nice hidden puzzle game. I need to find one more difference. Aw. Hello. Dirt tastes good. How do you even know that? You know what? Never mind. You do you. Found it. I just go with the flow. Everybody always says that, don't they? Go with the flow. It's easier said than done. But hey, I do my best. Pass on the laser systems. Yes, you know what we called those people, Bogan? We call them impulsive. I mean, it's okay to just have bad days, Glavo. It's not... everybody, in the end, has them, and we shouldn't shame each other for having a bad day or feeling unwell. It happens. And it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. You can say that. It's allowed. I remember when I first got on Twitter, one of the first tweets I posted was wishing life had a pause button. I still have that sometimes. But now I just kind of go like, well, it doesn't, so I better figure this out. What, bad days? Is it the pre-summer, like, downtime? Because I notice every time, every year during autumn, people seem to have, like, more time that they're down. And every year, just at the start of summer, I feel like there's the same thing going on. I mean, my science teacher in high school had a quote hanging on the wall that said, "The only difference between idiocy and science is documentation." Yes. The only difference between idiocy and science is documentation. I mean, Glavo, if you can't right now, then instead of fighting that you can't, maybe just, you know, accept that right now it's not happening and that you can maybe do other things. Because what I learned from always resisting the feeling that I can't, and I always felt like I have to, that it actually takes longer to recover. So in the end, it's counterproductive because it's gonna take you longer to do the thing that you really want to do. Of course, it's probably not the same for everyone, but that's just what I've noticed. Seasonal depression, yes, exactly. Often relationships end in the winter and spring. I truly love. I also like autumn. It's my favorite season. But mostly early autumn, and it's still kind of warm, and all the fruit is like ripening. Every day of the year. That is not seasonal anymore, I'm pretty sure. I do notice that, like, our age group, which most of us are early 20s, right? Not all of us, but most of us are early 20s. Is the age group that people sort of struggle because it's usually the age group where people start, well, to use like stupid terms, finding themselves, you know? Start to build something, but also an age where you have to make a bunch of different decisions that have really big impacts, which are stressful. It's stressful to do that. And you also see older people that are around the same age already doing all that stuff. Or doing stuff that you might want to do as well. And it creates this sort of pressure to perform, even though that's not there, it's just a subjective feeling, right? But I know I have it. Like, I'm still in uni, and there's people that I know from primary school that have houses and got married, and some of them have kids and jobs, and I'm still sat here like, welp. But that's just sort of how it works in your early 20s. You're going to have to figure out the world, basically. And it's hard, and it takes energy, and it takes time. And it's not fun, but it's just something we all go through as human. It's part of growing up, I guess. Okay, my Twitch chat is now scientific notes. Okay, I will accept this. There's no side that is taken in. Yes, and you also need to find more data points and more subjects. Obviously, because you can't extrapolate that to the whole population if it's just one subject. Actually, I have to do this though. Coming month or two, I have to write papers about scientific research, and I have to decide based on certain criteria whether the scientific research that I'm reading can be extrapolated through the question that I asked at the start of the assignment, plus whether it is reliable as information in general. Which could be really fun, but I do have to put in some time for that. Notice in the above. Fair. I have to write 3 of those. And of course I also have to do some other stuff still for school, but... I mean, I have done scientific research myself as part of my education. Yeah. It was completely different as to what I imagined it would be. You missed school? I think I'm one of the few people who actually doesn't really miss high school. I miss the lack of responsibility that high school provided, but I don't miss going to school while I was in high school. But the lack of responsibility was nice. History? I didn't take history because I wanted to continue, obviously, to go on and become a veterinarian. But it was interesting to me. I still read the one of those magazines about history for the longest time. I mean, the thing, Lavo, is that if you like learning, you don't necessarily have to go to school to do it, though. Like, you can learn yourself. There's so many resources, especially with the internet these days, that just allow you to learn so much stuff. Web lectures, yeah, podcasts, exactly. I have tutored people before. For school mostly, but also for fun. Just teach them what I know and they teach me what they know. It's just so fun just to learn new skills, information. I don't know. I mean, maybe you could learn to provide yourself with that structure then. Learning isn't always recalling information. It's also being able to use the information that you have for certain life skills. I mean, yeah, I do agree that in some cases university can really just destroy the motivation to learn and the thrill and excitement of learning something new. course, not every education has that, but some ways, I don't know. I know for me, uni destroyed my interest in scientific research, which is still something that I'm sort of sad about. Because I think I would really enjoy scientific research if it was done in a certain way. Because right now I just don't have any interest in doing it anymore because I hated the experience. It's also because your brain doesn't like just being told. Yeah, I mean, if you listen to a YouTube video and you're like, oh, how does it actually work? And you research it, you're learning. Like, you don't have to spend 3 hours on one subject to learn something. Sometimes you can learn something in 5 minutes. I mean, I sometimes read scientific articles for fun, Kyo. When, like, people ask me something, I'm like, I don't actually know that. Let me find out. And then I just, you know, go find out. Like, I remember 3 years ago for one of my friends, I did research on energy drinks. The information is out there, you just have to find it. And then don't stop once you have one source. Because with the internet these days, one source is, yeah, it's not enough. You're probably gonna be wrong. Then you get that weird idea that, like, oh, I've seen it on Facebook, so it has to be true. I don't know as much about history as I'd like. But it's just because I've focused my attention on other things. And I've accepted that you can't learn everything in this lifetime. So you just have to focus on the things that are truly interesting to you. Like, in my time on this planet, I have gone through a lot of musea, right? Just for fun, on holiday, go see a museum of whatever. How much do you think I remember from that? Because I don't think I do much. Like, maybe 2%? Like visiting historical buildings and they have like plaques of information. In the end, who remembers that? But at the time it's interesting and informative. Got it. And I'm not saying I shouldn't go to musea anymore because I don't remember it. I'm just saying that a lot of the things we do learn, we forget because we're not using it. It's just normal. So I'm also not ashamed to tell people, like, I don't know, I have to look this up. You can't know everything. Would love to though. Know everything. I mean, this was this one guy who would never forget anything he's told anyone in his entire life. So if he told you something, even if it was insignificant, he would remember that, he would retain that information for the rest of his life. And according to people that have these kinds of skills, I'd say, it's really exhausting and sometimes they wish they didn't. It can also get really confusing and tiring. I can imagine I wouldn't want to remember everything that I see or do or hear. Three. Because you want to find stuff out, or? I mean, I get hyper focused sometimes, but only if I'm truly interested in the thing. If there's not full interest, there will also won't be full focus. Which can be problematic. Yeah, I have that too. I can't leave stuff unknown. If you ask me something and I don't know, and you're like, oh well, it's fine, don't bother. I'm still gonna look that up when I get home that evening. I can't help it. So we might as well look it up here and now, you know? And then we both know. Only to probably forget again. But your search history. I actually clean up my history on most websites. 2 more levels in Asia. And then maybe we'll do some endless, we'll see how far we get. Why do I clean it up? I don't know. I just do. Same with YouTube searches. I only leave the things that I will search for multiple times. Everything else gets removed from my search history. So whenever I type like a letter on my keyboard, and it like recommends you searches that you've searched before, it's only things that I would want to search for again. Yeah. But like my email is very organized, I guess. That's a plus, right? I love to organize and sort stuff. When I was a child, they would give me like a box of Legos, and now instead of building with them, I would sort them. And I would be completely perfectly happy. It's actually funny because I've noticed the same kind of pattern in the games that I enjoy playing. I mean, I'd search for a lot of veterinary concepts, so I feel like my search history would be kind of strange to the average person. I've googled some weird stuff. But I think everyone has, right? If you get far enough in a field, eventually you're going to have to Google some stuff and Google will no longer have the answer. You'll be like, welp. Now what? where I don't clear it. No thank you. I feel like that's too personal. I would be too scared to accidentally dox myself as well. Cactus, there we go. I mean, I feel like with the redeems that we have now, they're good because all of them are used sometimes. Though redeems aren't used much on my channel in general. I feel like either people just don't care about them or they're saving for the big ones. Hey Fashion! It stopped by liquid breathing. Well. How are you doing today, Passion? Well, you suggested it, so we're gonna do it. And pull. Wait, let me open this up actually. Oh, it's not working. You're fasting for fun? Wait, what? You're doing what? I'm gonna have to go through the browser because the hotkey is not working. Okay. You're skipping dinner? Sorry, you guys. Why? Okay. You know what? I'm not going to question it. If you're an adult, you do you know, Passion. If it makes you happy. Honestly, though. How do I do this again through the browser? Sometimes you just forget. I feel like people are also way less hungry. Is that just me? But maybe in general. You're live. I know! Thanks, Twitch. New poll. Haha. See? I got it. Oh. Can't make it that long. Okay, start poll. Ha ha ha! You can't stop me. Yeah, quick actions just didn't work. Okay, we're fine. We're back. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna make a statement on fasting because I can't form an informed opinion. I haven't done enough research to know. So I can only suggest that if you are thinking about it, that you do the research before you start it. And all I know is that for people who have heart problems or higher risk of heart problems, it's unhealthy probably. I mean, yeah, but there are some things in general that you can see. Everything, if it's unobjective, if you look at it in enough detail. That's something that I learned doing scientific research. It's very hard to make an objective study because it requires you to get rid of a lot of variables, but then you can no longer extrapolate that to the real world because in the real world there are a lot of variables. Yeah, that's true. You should always, like, if you do something new in life, be cautious. Because at the same time, humans are really resilient, but also really fragile. I mean, we need scientific research in some ways to keep us safe and to progress in life, right? Especially, like, I'm doing medical research, obviously, and it's important because we can't just be like, oh yeah, it doesn't work, so let's stop developing medications. Or let's stop testing whether this new thing is healthy. Then it almost becomes an ethical discussion fashion. I know you do. Okay, we finished the chapter. Now let's do some more endless. For like, I don't know, half an hour? We'll see. It's weird that it won't allow me to like manage the poll from the quick actions here, but when I do quick actions online, then it does work. My brain. Okay. The study of morality. Yeah, I mean, basically that's what it is, yeah. Oof.
Ethics examines the rational justification for our moral judgments. It studies what is morally right or wrong, just or unjust. In a broader sense, ethics reflects on human beings and their interaction with nature and with other humans, on freedom, on responsibility, and on justice.
Nice. Guess that's a good definition. Canada comes with definitions. Is that from the dictionary? It's pretty funny that this sprite is just completely glitched. Of human thinking? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. You know, it's so weird to me that we're already 5 months into 2024. Whereas at the same time, time seems to be going so slow. But when I look back, I'm like, it's already like the 5th month. Even more, we're almost through that already. I mean, the study of ethics in itself is something that is never finished, and it's also different between cultures and even individuals. Which is why some people find it so interesting. You can write whole papers on it. I mean, of course, communities have, to a certain degree, shared morals, or else it wouldn't work. Those people wouldn't be able to form a society with cohesive ideas. Ooh, the sun has just come out. Nice. An ethic reffer. Yeah. I mean, ethics, morals, politics, and extension are hard to talk about. Because conversations can make people extremely emotional and uncomfortable. Whereas at the same time, you don't have a right from wrong. I do not recommend having ethics discussions with people you don't like. I saw someone on Steam, by the way, who has over 1,000 levels in Endless. That's a lot. I mean, people in general want to be part of something. They want to be part of a group. It's natural. We're social creatures. That's why sports clubs exist, for example. In some ways, your brain is like a moody toddler, right? Best way is to trick them into thinking they came up with the idea, so you actually go do it. I truly think that the people who are most stable or most in control of their own mind and actions are master manipulators of themselves. I'm hungry. It's not even that late yet. Yes, I'm hungry.
I just found out bits are a thing, lol.
Well, hope you're happy with your discovery. And thank you for the bitty. I know, Passion, but that doesn't change the fact that I can still be hungry.
Let's communicate via bits now.
Let's not. Passion, I swear.
Okay, Passion.
I'm going to raise the limit for the alert, I swear. I put it on 1 because I feel like everyone should be acknowledged, but there are limits, okay?
Let's not abuse this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I agree with that statement. Just be nice. We can have nice things. If you're not nice, we can't have nice things. You know, that's how life works. Okay.
Agreed, keep the streamer nice for now.
For now. Don't like the implication, but hey, we'll take it. Okay, Passion.
Abusing this could become annoying at some point, so we shouldn't do it.
I actually added some more alerts for redeems as well. Like the 3 big redeems now all have their own alert. Which I did. Oh.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm happy I lowered the volume of the thing. I remember I was like getting jump scared every time. Mm-hmm. 嗯 Oh, the whole passion name saga. Oh no, yeah. Doo-doo. (1963) Oh no, passion! Dutch songs, really? The origin of passion. The myth, the legend, I guess. I mean, is the man the legend or the story? Or does a man become a legend because of a story? Or the other way around? About the skateboarding peanuts. Oh. Why does Twitch think you will like that? Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna question it. Actually, I am questioning it, never mind. skateboard. Yes, Bogan is from Australia. Oh, you got a badge actually for the bits. Well, my channel bits are permanent too, so you'll have the badge forever. Until I make it not permanent. But there's no reason for me to do that so far. For a while there, you were like really into the AI making stories. Skippy the Skipperoo. Oh no. I can't tell. Okay. You know what? I'm just not gonna comment on it. That's a thing that happened. Oh shoot.
I'm so glad for the honor of the bit badge. I'd like to thank my family and friends.
That one did jump scare me. You're welcome. I like to keep the badges because I'm a small streamer, and if you've supported me once, then I'd like to, you know. And I feel like you should have it. I mean, the fun part in some ways was having it just run rampant, right? Just give it one prompt and then just say, oh, can you extrapolate on that? Can you make it longer? Don't encourage him. Scaring me is not a good job. Not very nice. Passion so mean. Cancelled.
Scaring the streamer is annoying and should be discouraged.
I can't tell if he's serious. There shouldn't be. It should play all of them, which is why it's sometimes problematic. There is no cooldown now. It just gets cute, and then it plays through all the alerts one after the other. So we have had like Passion constantly redeeming one bit at a time, and then we were listening to alerts for half an hour. I do not like that. Then I was really considering just like either removing the alert or making the threshold higher. Which would suck because I feel like everybody should be acknowledged. Even if you just give me 1 or 2 or 3 bits. But there are streamers that do that have the threshold on like 10 or even 100 bits before you show up on the actual stream. Good times, okay. I don't know, I don't want to make it, you know. Hey Kelly! How are you doing today? We're on OBS! I hope you're proud. I mean, I had no choice, but still. good job. I hope everything went well. Suddenly it looks a lot better. Maybe I just, you know, got better at doing stuff for streams, you know? Eindexamen. Thank you, Kelly. I'm proud of you too for doing your finals. That's not easy. It's been nice to see you around again sometimes on the Discord. Always when, like, people just drop off their radar, I'm always worried, you know? I'm doing fine. This week was mostly spent recovering from my internship, and then next week we're going into a month where I'm mostly working from home, so streaming a lot more, probably. But also having to motivate myself again, which will be a challenge. You're writing your second... You have to write 2 bachelor theses? Bogan, you got punished for posting a link. I will actually get flagged even with the space. You should be, at least. My bot is quite thorough. The reason Passion doesn't get flagged is because he has permission to post links. Yes, I am a veterinarian. Well, vet student. Hopefully by New Year's I'll be a veterinarian, but not quite yet. Almost there. That reminds me, actually, I want to do another podcast stream, you guys. So if you have more like vet questions or animal questions or biology questions, please just put them in the Discord, in the channel for the podcast streams. It will be amazing because then I have a little bit more. My links don't get flagged. Luke gets flagged. No, you should be able to. I think you just got flagged for a different reason. Sky? She's around sometimes, but she's very busy, so she only usually joins streams when I stream later. She also had some exams at school. Sky's still around, yeah, for sure. I can check if you can still post links, Passion. I did update everything a while ago. I think I have like 5 people who have permission, that includes the moderators. Ketosis kicked in. What? Okay. Again, no comment on the fasting. Until I do the research. You miss the times when you have time. Oh. Is it that bad? I still don't know, like, I still don't know if it's a healthy thing, you know, on an impression. But hey. I missed you. Are you hungry, birdie? We're gonna have dinner soon. It's okay. Yeah, see, you can. Oh, never mind, you can't. I'll check my settings, I guess. Equal times out. Okay. Passion. Untimeout. Badges. Oh, look at that, you have over 999 messages. I've never taken action by a mod. Oh, look at that, you're back. Let me put this back. Right. B movie script. Okay. I mean, I think honestly, mostly it feels like that. Because of reasons I've mentioned before with like people trying to find their way through life in our age group. But we do have time. We just spend it differently. Nice, Kelly. Do you already know which direction? Which faculty? The glory of the script. Fair enough. Yeah, I think for the links, I think I have only the moderators who can post links now. Yeah. Agribusiness. Oh, interesting. Is it a long one? Like for me, vet school was 7 years. But I know that's one of the longest unis you can do. Four years. Ah, so in the Netherlands it would be higher education. Like we split university and higher education, whereas in other lands it's all uni. It's kind of hard to explain. Don't worry about it. Practical uni. I don't know. Practical university. Fair enough. I just translated literally because I don't know what it's actually called. But if you say it's practical uni, then sure, I'll believe you. But I'm in the uni, so theoretical university then. But I still do a lot of practical stuff. So how does that work? It's okay, Birdie. I'm complaining. Hey, I'm in theoretical uni. I'm not that hard to work with, right? I hope not. Would be very bad for my career. Practical study in theoretical university. If you say so. Personal experience and working alone. Really. I mean, I just found it really difficult to work with the people who are doing scientific research. I don't know if that's the same thing, but... Benny! But that's also because I was an unpaid intern, probably. I mean, just because you don't go to university doesn't mean you're not gonna do well in a career. In fact, they're completely not correlated at all. You shouldn't force yourself to go through uni if learning is not your thing. Even if you're, like, if you could theoretically make it, and let's be honest, everyone can theoretically make it if given enough time and support, but if it's just not your thing and you're gonna be miserable the whole time, and then you're probably gonna be miserable the rest of your life because you're forced into a career to pay off your student loans that you don't enjoy, then just don't do it. There's no shame in not going to university. Yeah, that's true. People who don't go to uni earn more in some cases. You don't want to work? Well, then you gotta be self-sufficient, and I have bad news for you. Even being self-sufficient is sort of work. And you're gonna have to spend more time doing that than you would in general, in normal society, actually working. But if that's your thing and you want to do that, then, I mean, you could. It just takes a lot of effort and learning and time. Frustration. In general, just find a job that you're at least 50% happy with. Like, if you're happy with what you're doing at least 50% of the time, then I think you've done well. Ideally, you'd want more, obviously. But realistically, it's not always the case. And even more realistically, the first job that you're gonna have is probably not gonna be great, because you're first gonna have to, you know, build your CV, make a career, as they say. It's something we all go through. I mean, there must be things that you enjoy doing, right? that you get motivated from, that you get energy from. Nothing at the well, that's dark. I don't know, for me it's mostly small things. Like going out, having a picnic makes me very happy. What else? Watching a movie with my family. Happy. Going on a long hike. Happy. Petting my bird. Also happy. Going out with friends, yeah, for sure. Or hanging out with friends in VC, doing nothing but just talking, listening to random music that we put on, and just playing Minecraft or puzzles. Or very happy. You can, if you become a comedian. You can actually make quite a lot of money if you become successful. Playing games, except for Valorant. If you become happy from Valorant, then you're an alien. Yeah, comedian. You can even like do it online. There's plenty of channels on YouTube that are built on just comedy or making people laugh. And that's their job. But then in that case you also have to learn how to edit. Like a job is never just one thing, right? If you become a streamer, you gotta network. If you become a comedian, you gotta network. You gotta edit, you gotta... But in general, that's why I mentioned the 50%, you know? Valorant makes nobody happy. I mean, going through periods where you feel sort of depressed is normal for everyone, to be fair. Of course, it turns into months, then it's no longer normal, but like... being unhappy for a week or even 2 weeks at a time, just feeling like, you know, shitty. It's not very uncommon and it's not that strange. It happens, life goes on. Just gotta keep working on it, you know? America in general. Okay, fair enough. Shooty land, huh? I think there is, through social media, sort of this idea has risen in society that you need to be constantly happy or have a good thing happen during a day. So with those self-help journals, right, where they say, write one thing down that you're grateful for today. I mean, some days they're just shitty, you know, and it doesn't happen. Then you can be grateful for the day to be over, I guess. But hey, it happens. You never felt safe for Easter, I can imagine. Sheesh. Philadelphia. Yeah, I know, you sent pictures, right? Pretty sure you did. Because you were competing. Yeah. Me and those social media influencers who are like, yeah, you should always chase your dreams, and if you don't like get your dreams, then do something else, keep trying. I mean, all of that is good advice, but the point is that they put so much emphasis on it that people start to feel like they're failing if they're unhappy, which is not true. Chasing dreams is not a good idea. I mean, it is a good idea in general if you're willing to accept that sometimes those dreams may not be what you envisioned them to be. And also, you might just not get there. Like, my dream since I was like 5 years old was be a veterinarian, right? And that dream, in a way, brought me to where I am now. But I've now realized that being a full-time veterinarian is not only probably impossible for me, it's also not what I want to do, because it doesn't make me as happy or doesn't give me as much energy, or it's not as interesting as I expected it to be when I was 5 years old. And that's normal, like, things change, you evolve, you mature. And if I were to still chase that dream, then I'd probably become very unhappy in life, right? But accepting that my dream was sort of over, or at the very least had changed, was really hard. It was really hard. It was actually harder than I expected it to be, because I almost felt like I was losing part of myself that I had for like the longest time. And at the same time, it felt like I was sort of losing motivation for life in general, because the last 6-7 years of my life have been in service of that dream, right? In order to chase that dream down and get to a point where I could live the dream. But now I realize that I don't actually want that, and that's difficult. It's hard. But sometimes when you give things up, other things might take their place, you know? I mean, in a way, it's probably sad, but it's also just how life works. Things evolve over time, and that's fine. Like, at the point I truly accepted, because at first I was like, oh, I accept it, right? I tell myself I accept it, but the point where I truly accepted that this dream that I had carried for the longest time just wasn't gonna be it, actually felt kind of freeing, because now suddenly I could think about, then what? You know? Then what do I actually want? And I was no longer stuck in this narrative of I have to graduate and I have to find a job and I have to become a full-time vet and clients have to like me and I have to enjoy this, and why do I actually feel so tired when I come home at night? And you know, once I fully accepted that it's because this is not what I want to do, suddenly I could think about then what, you know? What do I want to do instead? What does give me energy? I don't know. It's sad, of course, but in a way it's also, I think, a natural process. Personal, always made music. True. Went to finish to art school, media, music. Found out workplace in media and art is extremely toxic. Fair enough. I left to go to uni. Had time to stop romanticizing being an artist, and it made the dream of working creatively. Yeah, it evolved. I don't know how it was for you and if you had trouble letting go, but I also think that is normal. If you do have trouble letting go. Especially if you carry something that long. But the fact that I didn't give up on my dream, but like basically realized my dream was no longer mine, but a dream that that belonged to a little girl. It doesn't mean I failed, right? It doesn't mean I failed because I didn't manage to make that dream truth. And if you believe social media or are on social media a lot, then that's what you tend to think. You tend to think you have to go for this dream, and if you don't enjoy it, or if you don't make it there, you failed. Which is so sad, because that's not how it works. Yeah. Like, it was hard. I get that completely. I had the same thing. Avoided that by just never chasing it. I also don't think that's a good option, not gonna lie, because then you're talking about apathy. Then your dream is just kinda there. Middle ground. I mean, fair enough. I mean, a lot of things happen as we age, don't they? You should sleep soon. It's probably late for you. Oh, okay. I hope you have fun, Kelly. You are long. Ah, yes. Very long. I don't know, I think in general life is pretty amazing. So much opportunity that you almost feel overwhelmed. Let me know your one upside. Ah yes, obviously. Yeah, just go figure it out, you know? Try it. But also realize it's okay if it's not what you thought it would be. You don't owe anyone anything when it comes to those kind of things, you know? One step at a time is a good advice indeed. Alright, Kelly. Take care of yourself, alright? Sleep well. Don't die is also good advice. I don't know, I feel like a lot of people who are struggling in life are actually feeling more helpless than anything. And I think one of the best things you can do to help them is to sort of help them feel in control again. The genuine advice is not helping. Okay then. What level are we on, guys? 185. We can make it to 200, right? And then I go eat. Oosh.
Genuine advice 1, genuine advice 2, genuine advice 3, etc., etc.
Oh god.
I regret to inform you advice has been mentally voided.
Aw. I mean, not everything is gonna work for everyone. It's normal. My neighbor is cooking something. Is that a threat or a promise? I was wondering the same thing just now, not gonna lie. Asking the right questions here. I was thinking more like buying a piano. Why, are you gonna make a song about it? Post it on YouTube? I did the whole music thing, it wasn't for me in the end. Guess I'm more of a streamer, huh? I mean, true, but that's also true for chess and gaming. Basically anything that challenges our brain. You play guitar and chess. Nice. Minecraft and Minecraft and chess. Nice, you got like the trifecta. Music for creative thinking, chess for logical thinking, and Minecraft for structural thinking. I like it. It's okay, Mischief. Life is kinda meh. Okay. Life is what you make of it, let's be honest. A lot of things we can't control, but we can control how we act upon them, so to say. Which is true in a lot of contexts. Contexts? Contexts. Huh. I really don't have much food. Oh, food at home.
I started using my body as a vessel for art. I like my new Tatiki as heck though.
Oh, you got it too. Oh yeah, you said, I think. I hope it's healing well. Positive nihilism? I think I'm like very close to being a nihilist, but people ask me sometimes how you can be and still be positive, but itchy lol. Oh god. Try not to touch it though, right? Until it's completely healed. Your perseverance now will leave you with a nicer tattoo over the years. What's a nihilist? Ooh, good question. In the way I understand it, it's a philosophy about life where the person who has it doesn't think there is a point in living. Nothing matters, yeah, nothing matters in the grand scheme of things. We just sort of happen to exist. Now we're here. And to some people that's really terrifying. Yeah, exactly, Bogan. That's exactly the point. It's sort of freeing because it means that if there's no point, you can make your own meaning for your life. Chase the things that make you happy because you don't have to live for anything else. And I mean, we all know that eventually the sun will swallow the earth and everything it will die, so, you know. Hey. Might as well have fun while we're at it, right? But we can talk about quantum physics some other time, okay? Need to eat at some point. Meaning is created by things you find important, yes. But of course, it's not the only philosophy you can follow as a person. There's dozens of them, including religious philosophies. And they also give people's life meaning. In a way. Yeah, it's not a fact, exactly. Anyway, we've hit 200, so I'm gonna go find you guys a raid. I still don't have a chatting screen, because, I mean, we just started with OBS, so I need to make more scenes, but we're gonna stay on here for a little bit. Chill. 250. Passion, no. No, don't. And that's completely fine, Bogan. Whatever you decide to do is fine. Okay, so none of the people I follow are streaming. Really? Sheesh. I follow so many people. Okay, we're gonna browse. What do we want to watch? Oh, there's a Feria tournament going on apparently. Oh, this person doesn't have a mic though. What else do we have? Random Minecraft streamer? Maybe? Animal fact. Hi, Mischian. Which animal do you want, Passion? A long fact about Mischian. Pretty. I'm almost done. I'm looking for a raid. I know you know. I mean, okay. Facts about Mischian. So Mischian's a cockatiel, right? She's a white-faced Latino, which means she's also known as an albino. But birds can't actually be albinos because the gene that we classify as being albino, aka not making any pigment, birds don't have that gene, so it's different. I mean, genetically very complex, but basically she's a morph, which means a color, which is called white-faced Latino, with red eyes, so she is a true white-faced Latino. Hello. She's also very loud. Because she has decided it's dinner time. But as a cockatiel, she has like the nice crest on her head. And she sheds her feathers twice a year. She's almost only just done, which is great because like the cleaning. The cleaning. If you ever think about getting a bird, oh, the cleaning. Okay. Which, if you are thinking about getting a bird, let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. But yeah, for now she's alone. Unfortunately, I'm trying to get her a friend. Yes, you. One that she won't, like, you know, chase around. Oh, it's gonna be difficult, but we're trying. And she is currently on a pellet diet because any bird that's on a seed diet will eventually develop health issues. Which is something that a lot of people still don't seem to know. That birds shouldn't just be eating seeds, but she's very fluffy. And she is very soft when I pet her. And she preens herself at least twice a day. It's very cute when she preens her tail because she will bend all the way over. It's very adorable. Fact accepted. Nice. Okay, so that's a rerun. We're not watching a rerun. What are we watching, guys? I'm looking for like a random Minecraft streamer, but a lot of them are not streaming in English. French. 18 plus. What about this person? Their stream is called Cleaning Duty. I have no clue what that means. It's 2 AM for them, okay. And they stream Minecraft and Genshin. Okay, we'll try to rate them. Don't know if they have a mic, because I don't know them. But I think it's worth a try. Alright. Well guys, thanks for the chill stream. I hope you had fun. I'm gonna find some food. I'll be live again on Tuesday. Maybe a little later than usual. We'll see. Take care of yourselves, alright? I'll be around in the Discord. See you next time.